welcome back, and we're going to be having an interaction with implementers. But don't you worry, right after that, we're going to be engaging you on the topical matters today. So implementers, it's a project management nonprofit that partners with charitable organizations, philanthropists, and corporate institutions to positively impact our communities. Well, joining me in the studio this morning, Jemima Akosia Okaiko is Assistant Communications and Impact Manager. And we also have Lauren Esiama-Yabua, Assistant Projects Manager, Implementers. I want to find out what this bit about implementers is. Jemima and Lauren, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so I'll start with you. Where do I start, Jemima or Lauren? Lauren? Okay. What is the story about implementers? What is implementers? How did all of this start?
Yeah, so I think you briefly talked about it, but Implementers is, just like you said, a project management non-profit. And we work with corporate institutions, philanthropists, charitable institutions like foundations, NGOs, to positively impact society. And so the Implementers just started out as a need because we realized that in the social development space, there was a lack of project management, implementation in there. And so that was how this organization was started, founded in 2013, but we had active operations from 2015. And we've been in the system from then till now. We've been doing a lot of work in the social development space to make sure that project management is the key in implementing all of the projects.
It's so fitting. Yeah. Implementers, project management, implementing, whatever is meant to be achieved as a goal. But Jemima, so what would you say then is what you stand for? What is your vision? Okay. What as implementers do you look forward to?
Yeah, so our vision is to be the preferred African development project management organization, bringing value to social projects. So at the heart of everything, it's impact, bringing impacts into the lives of the people that we come into contact with, the people being better, highly evolving, and then becoming better. So, in social projects, the person becomes better, lives, it's impacted irrespective of the economic background or wherever they find themselves. So we want to be that organization that takes responsibility of the improvement and development of individuals in the world.
And in terms of these bits about impact, there's a lot you've been doing. I can see right behind me, I'm not sure, this looks like a robotic piece with, is that a sanitizer?
Yes, sanitizer dispenser.
Tell us about some of these activities you've been engaging in.
So one of our clients that we work with is the Help in Africa Foundation. They are the founders of the Yamransa Model Labs program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting the connection.
So we work for the Help in Africa Foundation to bring to life the idea of impacting the younger generation in the field of ICT. Okay. So the vision of the Yamransa Model Lab is to ensure that there are ICT centers all over Ghana, in all the 16 regions. And we as project managers of this project ensures that these labs come into existence. So in terms of the process of thinking through about the implementation and then also bringing it to life. And then after that, the unique thing about us is that we don't leave your project hanging, or we don't just, after the education, we don't just move away from it. We ensure that there is impact. So that was a sanitizer dispenser that was created using EV3 Lego, that is a robotic equipment. Yeah, by students who are between the ages of 10, 12, 15, yes, in junior high schools. So they created this and they just ended annual impact roundtable discussion that we created for our client. Yeah, so this is
So this is basically a product of your handiwork.
Yes.
And this is some of the impact you're making out there. But even as we talk about these activities you're engaging in, we also know that you are impacting society. You're focusing on social activities, non-profit activities. Project management affects every sphere of our lives.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What we are doing today is a project. This show is a project, planning and everything.
Yeah.
But why focus on these core, bits, social activities, non-profit? Why?
Yes, so our impact in social development project started out because we were doing a lot of social development work. And then just like I mentioned, we realized that there's a gap between managing such projects with a structured approach. And so we realized that, in order to impact these lives of people all over the country, in rural areas, in deprived communities, we want to make sure that whatever we are doing, at the end of it all, the greater result will be the maximum impact that we realize. And so that is what drives us to try to work in the social development space. But that is not the only thing that we do.
Because I was going to ask you, so
Yes.
beyond these non-profit activities, what else do you do?
Yes, so we have two main services that we offer. We have a development partnership bit that focuses on foundations and all of the social development work. And we also have a corporate philanthropy service bit. This is where we partner with corporate institutions to carry out their corporate social responsibility in all of these areas that we're probably been working in. And
so you partner them and ensure that they can actually roll out their CSR.
Exactly. So we do those CSR projects for them. And what happens is most of the time people think CSR is just, I see a community, they are deprived, I just give them some books, some laptops, some computers, and that's it. But in order to actually realize the impact of what CSR does for a business, you have to take a structured project management approach towards it. And that is what we do, and that is where we come in to make sure that that structured approach is taken. And now the framework that everybody is following to make sure that we have a sustainable future for all is the Sustainable Development Goals.
Right.
And these are the things that we focus on when we implement our projects in education, in health, mental health, economic empowerment, and all of these areas. We help these corporate institutions to develop a path in how they want to implement their projects in these areas. And what happens is at the end of it all, the maximum result should be an impact. So it shouldn't be a short term, I give you this and it solves your need in that time and that's it. Long-term impact.
It must, reach beyond.
Exactly, long-term impact. And we realize that, consumers of such these businesses are able to associate themselves with them because of that. If I realize that you are carrying out a long-term impact project, why wouldn't I be happy to associate myself with you?
Right.
I would be.
Right.
And so in order to do that, that is where we come in to help you do that. And we've actually worked with Mrs. Tracy Owusu-Addo, Tracy Success, on her foundation, which is the BRAVE project. And we partnered with her to provide robotics training for some young girls that she selected. And at the end of that project, we realized that the impact of the students, she could attest to that the students were able to, realize just within a 5-day training, they were able to, pick up so many great stuff from that training. And these are more things that we're also doing with the other corporate institutions. So.
If I would add up to
Briefly,
that,
yes.
yes. We also partner with philanthropists. So individual, you want to do a social project, you can call on us. We'll help you, turn your idea into an impactful product. You don't just say that I see street kids and then I'm going to just give them food. A lot of thought has to go through it. Is it sustainable? Are you going to just give your money to the kids on the streets and then at the end of the day, a lot of kids come in there because they know that one way or the other, somebody will bring food for them to eat. But if they fall on a project management organization like us, we'll help you to come with a structured way to ensure that these kids are being taken care of and then we are cutting the menace of street kids. So a lot of thought goes through projects. It's not about just going to dump things.
And these corporate institutions, the major ones out there, they know that executing a project is not just, like you said, or it's not like tomatoes going to buy them at the market. It's a process, and you must put certain measures in place. But yes, we know some of what you've done, but what makes you stand out as project managers, implementers, Jemima?
Yeah, so as project managers, like I was saying earlier, we don't just implement the project and dedicate it and then we'll pack our tools and sit down. We follow the project and then assess the impact of the project. So at the end of the day, you see that your project is impacting to the lives of the people, the beneficiaries, okay?
Right.
So we do not just implement projects, but we ensure that they are impactful and you're getting the benefits of which you created that product.
I have a suggestion. So why don't we make this impactful implementers? All right.
That very well describes us.
Right. So I'll be taking your final words shortly, but I want you to give us a feel. What sort of organizations have you worked with? What other organizations, what should organizations coming on board with you look forward to before we take your final words?
Yeah, so she mentioned that we've worked with Mrs. Tracy Ado, and then we've also worked with other institutions in Gambia and also in Ghana, about 10 regions in Ghana, and we are looking forward to cover more regions in Ghana. We are looking forward to work with philanthropists, individuals, corporate social responsibilities for corporate organizations. So if you have a foundation and you need project management processes to make sure that the foundation is solid, it's impactful, and then the impact that you have created is measured. Okay, so we are looking forward to work with philanthropists, foundations, NGOs that needs project management services support,
right.
Corporate institutions, corporate Ghana,
okay.
And then also even individuals outside Ghana who want to implement projects in Ghana, credible organization that will take you through processes and make sure that you get the benefits out of your resources.
Lauren, you'll have the final bite in about a minute. Tell us, give us your wrap-up comments, and also tell us how people can reach you.
Sure. So just like Jemima said, we are looking forward to working with a lot of, now all of these corporate institutions. We want to make a difference in the corporate world to make sure that the projects that are implemented are high impacted projects and they are also following the sustainable development goals. And if you want to reach us, we have our social media platforms. On Instagram, we are at ImplementersGH. On Twitter, we are at ImplementersGH. On Facebook, it's Implementers. On LinkedIn, it's also Implementers. And our phone numbers.
Email? Okay.
Yes. So yes, the email is also, you can reach us at projects@theimplementers.org.
So projects with an S. Projects at theimplementers.org.
Yes.
Okay. Phone number?
And our phone numbers are 030-397-9115. And then we have another number that is 030-315-6600.
Project executed, project implemented.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Implemented.
Very much so. Thank you, Jemima and Lauren, for joining the conversation, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you for having us.
All right. And I've just been joined by Jemima Akosia Okai, Assistant Communications and Impact Manager with Implementers, as well as Lauren Esiamayabua, Assistant Projects Manager with Implementers. And we'll take another breather. When we return, it's all about you and your engagement on the matters we've been discussing today. We'll be right back.